I'm sort of too used to green shoot starting at 8 and saying, well, it's 8 o'clock, we ought to be starting.
Yeah.
Chiltinas does not have quite the same reputation for starting exactly on the dot of 2. However, I think we could probably get going.
Do we want to start out?
So I'm going to, unless anybody needs to say, well, there's people just arriving, we'll say hello to Liz and to Sally. So in a minute I'm going to mute everybody unless anybody wants to make any immediate announcements.
Yes, Paul, just my apologies. I'm going to have to leave in about half an hour, I'm afraid. We've got a new grandchild and we're just going to go and see her.
Aww. Congratulations.
Boy or girl?
Up to me.
First grandchild.
Oh, lovely.
Boy or girl?
A girl.
Oh.
All right, so hopefully now can people see British Grenadiers, Portsmouth and Newcastle?
Yep.
Right, okay, so that's, oops, I didn't mean that.
Oh dear, did it fall out?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I just lost it again. Right, so I've lost myself here. I'm just going to stop sharing. Right, okay, so we assume that we've got everybody we're going to have in the immediate future. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I dare say a few other people will roll in due course, they tend to. Right, so I'm going to get my participants list. And I'm going to mute everybody. You are now muticated. So if I share screen, we start with practice at 5. I just want to find a footrest. Right, so if I do something daft, do unmute yourself and tell me. Otherwise, we'll continue. So we did this set last time, I think, so we shouldn't have to do it too slowly. They're all fairly well-known tunes as well. So let's just play each one through and stop, and then I'll play the other one through and stop, and Newcastle through and stop, and then we'll do them as a set. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to get, here's the last 4 bars, slowish to start, and we'll see how things go. We'll do it once more. So that's British Grenadiers, and then the same sort of thing for Portsmouth. yes, it does repeat. Sorry, that was my fault. Last couple of bars. And finally Newcastle. What do I want? 1, 2, 3. You're going to get the last 3 and a bit bars, three bars on a note. Right, so those are the 3 tunes. I'll just stop sharing to see if we've gained anyone else. Or yes, we gained Vivian. Right, was I coming through all right in terms of volume and things? Yes, good. Hand signals. Right. Okay. So we'll go back to. So we'll up the tempo fractionally, but these are marches, so left, right, left, right, left, right, left. I don't know. Yes, maybe that sort of thing. I don't know. Right, same intro then, but this time we're going to play all the way through the page. The difference is that the Portsmouth and Newcastle both have internal repeats, so we play those exactly once as written. British Grenadiers, which doesn't have internal repeats, will play the tune twice. So we're doing 2 British Grenadiers, 1 Portsmouth and 1 Newcastle. And here's the last 4 bars of British Grenadiers then for a reasonably brisk march. Repeat. Change. Change. Right. So, was everybody keeping up at that speed? Yes. So, do you think we ought to do a fast march, a ceremonial march, a little bit faster? So the same thing, straight through again. Left. Yeah, I think we could do that, couldn't we? Last 4 bars, the British Grenadiers. Repeat. Change. Change. Yes, I think that would be a fairly brisk march. You'd sort of advancing into battle one rather than Queen's funeral one, certainly.
With me, the retreat would be the fastest route.
Yes, that's right. Yes, retreating from the battle. Yeah. Were people keeping up with that, or was that too fast for playing?
No,
Tim thinks it was doubtful. Fiona thinks it was doubtful. Rosemary thinks it was doubtful. But yes, the purpose of this is to get your fingers moving, so hopefully that's done that task of loosening everything up. I did wonder whether I'd be able to play today, because yesterday we have a blind outside our main window, a sunshade to keep the sun off the patio, and the plastic cover had come off the end of where the winding mechanism is. And so I reached up to put it back on again, and in doing so, I think stretched the tendons in my right shoulder. So I can't now actually lift my right hand above my head without it hurting. So I was wondering whether it would affect my concertina playing, but it doesn't seem to. Right, so we
Well, just before we move on, we've done that one. I'm getting a load of echo. Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know what. I've got echo cancellation on, I think. Let me just.
Ah,
Yeah, I think it's John actually.
it's John. It is John. There's definitely a lot of. I think, John, you could turn your microphone down somewhat.
It's a lot of feedback. Sounds like it was raining really hard, which it is here now actually.
Yeah, when I said we could hear a hum from John originally, it was picking up quite a lot of background noise. He's muted but talking at us.
Yes.
Sorry. I'll just quickly say, before I switch mics, that we've done that warm-up set a few weeks, so I'll switch to a new one. People got any preferences? You could go for jigs, hornpipes, waltzes,
Whatever you like, John. Sounds good.
whatever. Right? Okay, I'll find something suitable then.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, you definitely you rather than anyone else, John.
Yeah, it's
There's a
definitely John
background
feeding
noise,
back
and your volume is louder than others. So I think the fundamental thing is just turn your microphone down a bit. In audio settings. Anyway, we'll go on. We can he can catch up. Anyway, thanks to John for producing this program. We seems to be. Most of it's relatively easy from me because most of it's from my tune books. So the next one was the Lamb's Fold Veil, Pant Corlan Ir Win, or whatever. Yes, Let Now the Harp, which hopefully people can now see on the screen. So this one, Anna Hatter and Mary Humphreys used to run sessions around Cambridge that did mainly English tunes. That did British Isles tunes other than Irish, I think is probably the best way of describing it. And Mary is Welsh, very Welsh. So we did get various Welsh tunes thrown in, and this is one of theirs. And so I think this is Anna Hatter's second part, but. So what we'll do, I don't know if we've done this before or for a while. So anyway, so let's initially look at the top line, the black notes, and it's a slow tune anyway. It's not a. So I'll play as an intro. I'll play the whole of the last line, and then we'll play the whole tune through the black notes, and then see what happens. So we'll do that again a bit faster, and then we'll go through the red notes slowly, then faster, and then we'll try putting them together somehow. Um, so same thing again, whole of the last line. So I mean, the thing that gives me most problems in that is whether or not to change fingers on the repeated notes. I certainly am doing on the ones where there are 3 notes in the row, like the last bar of the A part. I'm doing first, second, first on that. And in general, I'm doing changing also where there's 2 in the middle of the bar, like at the beginning of the next full bar on from that, the first full bar of the B part. I'm doing first and second on those notes, but the thing that's not quite so clear is which are the other ones? I've now lost them. There were some other ones where I decided I wouldn't. Yeah, now I can't remember where they were. Yes, it's the ones where on the last 2 lines where you have crotchet and then a quaver on the same note. Those ones, and on that I'm just keeping the same finger. I don't know what other people are doing, on the grounds that you need a break because the 2 notes are the same. You need a break between them. So anyway, I'm just burbling here, but this is. It took me nearly 25 years to move away from always using the same finger on a given button. So I'm only beginning to analyse how I actually do it now.
At this speed, it doesn't matter either way, really, does it?
It doesn't, no. Well,
I would use the same finger simply to avoid the possibility of error moving to another finger.
Yeah, certainly where you get 3 in a row, I find it's easier and better because it puts you back on the home finger again, so that you've not got the risk of being shifted across by a row.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, let's go in and have a look at the B part. Yeah, then. So this is it's very much the same rhythm as the top line, and I don't think it does anything very startling. Right, so here's the whole of the last line of the red notes, and then we'll play through the accompaniment part. It is slightly trickier than you might think. The I got thrown the first time and only just made it right the second time on the system after all the long notes, the second from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. System 4, where you've that one. It's just a bit different to what you expect there. Etc. Let's just do that. I'll just play that once more. So you hear the two notes before. Etc. Right. So I can't now remember whether we've got a recording made of this thing, a synthesized recording or not. But initially, I'll play the whole thing through twice, playing first the red notes, and then I'll play the black notes. So you should be playing the opposite ones, if you're happy to. I mean, if not, then you can always play along with me. But I'm intending to play the lower notes first and then the upper notes. So here's an intro of red notes, last 4 bars. It would help if I was in the right thing, wouldn't it? Where am I? Sorry. What have I done now? Right. So did that work? People were playing along the alternate ones. I meant this morning to go to do a preparation and find all the sound files and things we needed, but I didn't because Margaret found something else for me to do. I'm just going off to have a little look to see what we've actually got. No, so we haven't got. So John, you didn't generate a sound file for this, did you? No. You muted, but
Yeah. First of all, am I still echoing? Yes, I am.
no, that's a lot better.
That's a lot better. Okay, I'll put the mic down.
It's still very
if
echoey, but it's
on the
not humming.
website, I'll quickly check whether I've got.
I could generate it live probably.
Is it since I came online that you've been echoing?
No, it's John's. It's when John's unmuted. He was echoing before. It's certainly better now. Right, let's right. Let me just try something. Open with. I'm just trying something here for
I
a
haven't
moment.
got a file that I can immediately trace, an MP3. I don't know why.
Well, I don't know you've necessarily had the right, so what have we got? Right, so Lammasfold Vale. Lammasfold Vale, right, okay. It's a bit different, but still, let me just have a little. That'll do, yes, right. Right, so let's try an experiment. So share sound. I'm sharing Easy ABC. Right, so the music's a bit smaller than it was. Let me see if I can make it any bigger. Tempo, zoom. Right, so so I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3 and hit play. I don't know how long the delay is, but you should hear both parts at a slightly faster pace than we were doing. Well, let me just give you a bit of it now. Right, so that's the pace. So how do I get it to start back from the beginning? There must be a way of resetting the play position. Right, okay. Right, so 1, 2, 3. So did that work? Could you hear both parts? Yes. Right. Well, I think we'll do that same thing once more and then we'll call that one done and move on to something else. Yes. one more folding of lambs in Vales. Folding. It always did strike me as rather cruel to fold sheep on the stubble, as the poem has it, or something. Whether they like being folded. Depends whether you fold them in the right direction, I suppose. Right, okay, same thing again. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Sorry, try that again. I don't know quite what happened then. Something went astray. 1, 2, 3. There you are. And of course you could have done that perfectly well without me. You could have downloaded the ABC file from my website and download Easy ABC, which is free software, and run it yourself. Right, shall we move on to Durham Rangers then?
Oh, before we do, number one, it is on the website under audio. There's recordings at a couple of speeds.
Oh, right.
If we do play it again. So the question is, do we want to play that one again next time, or was enough and move on?
Yeah, give it another go, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could.
It's really good practice for duets, actually, reading the wrong clef and trying to play the accompaniment in the left hand.
Well, you expect left hand to be bass clef, do you?
Of course, yes.
Ah.
What else would it be?
Well, yes.
But actually, it's really good practice.
On the baritone.
Yes, well, I learnt music on a cello, so I could read bass clef at one time, but I can't now. It's gone. Yes, it did. I ought to just looked at. Hold on, one moment. Chiltinas. Chiltinas members. Enter. Audio. Yeah, so I obviously didn't try downloading them, did I? Lambsfold Vale at 60 and 80. Ooh, that's a bit brisk. Yes, the 60 recording is rather similar to. Let me just share sound. Just for future reference. So the 60 beats per minute is. So that's about what we were doing. The 81 is certainly considerably brisker. So I think next time we could come back to it and try and get it at 80 certainly. Yeah, so that's why I didn't think of looking at that myself to find the thing there. So we've got Lambsfold Vale, we have Durham Rangers. Which we may need. What am I doing? Not a lot. Right, let's go back and to the PDFs and just have a go at Durham Range. Oh no, I don't want to minimise Zoom. Durham. Right, so Durham Rangers, we have the version I set has it basically just has the last two, pardon, how many bars? Some number of bars. Two, but as the last two bars as an intro, as part A. That was in order to get a good recording, I think, with a lead in. So if I just put that off the top, so you've now got so the introduction is just going to be the last two bars, and that gets the music a bit bigger. So we did this last time, didn't we? So we shouldn't need to start too slowly. Right, so here's the last two bars of black notes. That was rather faster than I intended to play it, actually. Let me just have a so I can see people. Was that too fast for people? It was too fast, yeah. So a little bit, yes, that's right. Sorry, that was I got carried away. We'll do it again, a fraction slower, and then we'll play the B part, and then we'll try putting the two together. Durham Rangers. Right, so. So no faster than that, really. Yes, that still wasn't very slow, but we did do it last week, so you should have been, and you've been practicing solidly last month. Practicing solidly for a month, so it should just trip off the fingers. Right, so the red notes. So here's a last 2 bars of red notes, then in from the beginning. So was that, were people keeping up with that? Is there some Rosemary's going ish? Other other people are signalling okay. Yes, that's right. So I think that's a reasonable speed. So what I'll do now is I'll do what I did last time, which is I'll play it through twice. Once, first time with me playing the red notes and then me playing the black notes, and you're meant to be doing the opposite. So you're starting on the top and then going to the bottom. And then we'll try it against the recorded version, the synthesized version as well. But let's just do this one.
Paul, can I check? Are we going to play this swung at any stage?
Say that again.
The recording probably won't be. I don't know.
So sorry, John. Say that again.
So it's a hornpipe, and we seem to be playing it pretty flat. I'm wondering if you're going to swing it to something.
Oh, that's an interesting one, isn't it? I'd forgotten that. That's the trouble with having scrolled the top off the screen that says hornpipe, and I'd forgotten. Right, so do we want... We do, don't we? I think we want it swung like that. Right, well that's all good practice, straightening things and swinging things. So I'm going to play the red notes first, all the way through, and then the and then the black notes. I'm going to swing it with a 2/3, 1/3 hornpiping rhythm, I think. hiccup in the middle. I'd let my brain wander off into thinking about how I was going to do the website and the music on the screen at the same time. Right, so let's just stop that for a moment. Right, so I think we'll let me just see if I've got a downloaded version of the recorded music for a minute. Music, sound files, MP3, Chiltinas 2022, Durham Rangers, louder it says. Yes, all right, okay. Yeah, so it's not overly fast, and oh dear, that Margaret will hopefully answer the phone in a minute. Yes, right. So I'm just going back to that again. A minute. This is it says J McKay synth. It's not swung, is it?
I'm afraid my computer's a literalist. It just plays the music as is. You can't tell it swing it, please.
Oh well, you see, the easy ABC that I was using there looks at the rhythm indication, and if it sees hornpipe, it swings it. If it's in 4/4. Right. Anyway, so we're going back to non-hornpiping, playing it smooth, but you'll at least hear both parts there. So let me just get that up on the screen a minute. So I've now lost it. Stop it. Right, so that's there. Share screen, share sound, share groove music, and Durham Rangers. Right, so yeah, what's that doing there? I can go over there. Right, so I'm going to press play, and I'm not sure what happens. I think it does 4 bars intro, and then it's all yours. Oh, it's about to start again. Stop it. Right. That plausible? Yes. Shall we move on there, or do you want a bit more Durham Rangers? Or ready to move on, I think, there. So John's going to ask us, do we want to do it again next time?
Correct.
Well, judging by the way that Fiona's disappeared, Rosemary's disappeared, and Paul's doing something else, it may mean
Yeah.
yes. And Jules
Okay.
says thumbs down. So I think
we will move on.
we'll move on from that one. Yes. Right. And Martin's appeared a bit late. So it's time for guest spots around the room. I've been playing non-stop for the best part of an hour. Would somebody like to play something? Don't all shout at once. We had a request from Jules that we should probably all do a repeat of Lily of Laguna. So we could do that while you're thinking. But it'd be good if somebody could just play something that they've, doesn't have to be perfect.
Well, I could have a go at something I played at Rushton last week, actually, for the first time out.
Right.
It's a waltz that Tommy Williams, the duet player, wrote.
Uh-huh.
And it's called Kensington Waltz. But if you want to do Lily of Laguna first, I don't mind. And you can decide.
No, are you ready to do yours now?
I expect it'll be as ready as it ever will be, yes.
Right.
Okay.
So hold on a minute while because I need to get everybody else muted
that's
and you unmuted and things like that. So I'm going to mute all, and then I'm going to unmute Paul McCann. Right,
yes, there we are.
You are unmuted.
Can you hear me, Mother?
Hold on a minute. I'm just going to spotlight you for everyone.
Oh my God! Don't do that. That's horrible.
Okay, so you have control.
Okay, Kensington Waltz by Tommy Williams, with a little intro from me, which is not in the original. It was much better than this last week.
Very well done. Yes, I think
Just
I
pull
ought,
my
I ought
earphone
to
out at the crucial
Well
moment.
done. Well
unmute
done.
everybody so you can hear the
Oh,
applause.
it's lovely,
yes.
Paul. Really
Yeah,
lovely.
very good.
What was that piece of music called, Paul?
Paul,
It's called the Kensington Waltz. It's by Tommy Williams, well, very famous duet player.
It
In
sounded like French music.
that's the
Almost.
way we play them, you know.
Oh, I
Oh, hurdy-gurdy music.
It had a bit of fairground steam organ in
Yeah,
it somewhere,
thought
didn't
that.
it?
Very
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Lovely, lovely. Well done. Fabulous.
Sorry about the odd fluffs there. It's playing it in this environment with my knees up, sort of.
Yeah.
Where,
And
yes.
you were attacked by a headphone cord halfway through.
Yes, I was as well. That's right. Yes. It gets tangled up in the handles, and there's nothing you can do then.
yeah. Paul,
Right.
Can I
Kes-
check?
Ke-
Have you
oops.
come across
Kensington, did you say?
Kensington,
Kensington.
as in the Royal Borough of
Indeed.
Yes.
Harrods.
Tommy Williams also wrote a tune called "Springtime in Battersea."
Very famous tune, yes.
You've come across, because I've got a version of that with harmonies that is just beyond me, I think.
Yeah.
That was,
Oh, I love that.
you're welcome to it if you wanted.
Yes, please. It's very impressive. Thank you.
I'll copy it round to people. Yeah, it needs just a finger or two more than I've got available.
There's a recording of him playing Woodland Flowers as well, isn't there? That's quite famous.
Oh, really?
Right. Okay. So follow that if you can. If anybody would like to play anything, otherwise I'm going to remute everybody for the moment. Right. And I'm going to go back to things here because there was a request to try again. Our friend Lily of Laguna. Which I don't know whether this time we do we want to get. Sorry. Actually, this is the one we ought to get John to play, isn't it? Are you there, John? Are you willing to lead us in this?
I'm there. Unless Jules wants to have a go. Is Jules with us? Yes, I think
She's there.
I am, but I'm not going to play it.
You're not going to lead it.
Yeah, I'll have a go. But,
Thank you.
Normal singing speed, is it? It's the slowest tune, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we. Before you get started, I think you've possibly turned your microphone down a bit too far, is one thing. And have you now, if you're leading, have you got original sound turned on?
I haven't. I turned it off, or it turned itself off. That's now on. I need to go into. Well, I can go into audio settings.
Audio settings. Put your microphone up a bit.
And put the microphone
About halfway between what you had it before and.
Yeah. How's that?
That's better. Yeah.
Am I getting an echo?
No, that's
A
good.
mini one.
That's okay.
Okay, I'll play this with reverb then. I don't know about an intro. Maybe just the last 2 or 3 bars. One, two, three, four.
Can you just stop there a minute, John?
I'm hearing myself or somebody else coming in a little later.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe I need to
Or maybe
mute
it's the
everybody.
echo.
So you can I just check? You've got original sound on, have you?
Original sound for musicians on, yes.
On, right. And out of interest, if you then go to audio settings,
Yeah,
so I'm just going to stop that for a minute so I can see the same thing. So if you go to audio settings, under audio profile, it should say original sound for musicians, recommended for studio environments. And then there are 3 toggles: high fidelity music mode, echo cancellation, and stereo audio.
only
see
echo
those?
cancellation is on.
Yeah, turn echo cancellation off, because it suggests that should be off
Right,
unless you are playing it should be on unless you're playing a musical instrument.
right.
Right.
Yeah, I can't hear the echo to the same extent.
No. Right. Let me mute everybody now. Hold on a minute. Everybody's muted. Right. Then I need to unmute you. Okay. So you have control.
Right, okay, similar speed, maybe twice through. And I'll play the last 2.5 bars as an intro. 2, 3, 4. Ah. Paul?
Can you share the screen, Paul?
No music. Sorry about that. Right. Try again.
Right, let me get that off the screen. Same intro. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. So shall we move on to the mini theme? So I'm going to remute everybody for the moment. So I want the session tune book, and the aim here is to not spend too long on any one tune, but run through a set of tunes that have something in common. And this apparently is 4-legged tunes. So we're starting with Blade and Racers somewhere. Must be here somewhere. Too many tunes beginning BR. Lots of tunes beginning BR. Oh, good grief. Oh, yes, you've got page numbers, haven't you? I've got to go miles back. I've got too many tunes in this tune book. We'll get there eventually. Right. Next time I'll look at the page numbers. Right, so Bladen Racers. So without right, so here's the last 4 bars. It's a tune you know well, so you shouldn't. It's very good for alternating fingers on English concertinas. And once more through a little bit faster. And they race off into the distance. Right, we're not spending a lot of time on each of these tunes, so we'll move on rapidly to page 46, which is quite a long way on, isn't it? Do I get any indication of what the page numbers are? Give me a minute while I just get myself. Oh, that's 57, that's too far.
The alternative method, Paul, is to do search.
Yes, true. That's a good idea. It's definitely an echo when you're... Right, anyway, this will do. Donkey riding. Yeah, so John, you could turn off your original sound now, which would go back to being ordinary and probably less echoey. That's the tune. Right, so 1, 2, 3. The last 4 bars of an A part. And faster. enough donkey riding, donkey racing, whatever. The flop-eared mule on page 58. Page numbers a bit too now, too far still. 59. The floppy-head mule. Right, so this one is a structure which finishes in the middle, usually with just a single A part to finish. So we do 2 A's, 2 B's and 1 A and stop. Yeah. Right, so here's the whole of the last line as an intro then. It's a less well-known tune. It's only one I've sort of gathered in a session while living in California, I think, that one. Should we do it once more? Same thing, a bit faster, and then move on. So, same intro. Oh, bit hard leaping up there from that thing, isn't it? Right, I'll do that same thing again. Hopefully not make the same mistake. No, I've lost my speed now. Yes, it's quite hard getting back from there right up.
It's a big jump, isn't it?
It's a big jump here. I suppose there's a bridge in the way a bit, but so I think it ought to go faster still, really. Something like that. Somebody's put something in the chat saying somebody's going to have to leave Martinez. See what Malden. He says he's sent the provisional dates for 2023 to Malden Church Hall. Right, here's a faster version then. No, not quite that fast. Flop-eared mule.
Something to train myself not to go into the Bluebell polka when we.
Yes, 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 very much so, isn't it? It would be a good predecessor to it. Yeah, yes. Yeah, no, my fingers won't go there now. Right, stop the cavalry. Stop the cavalry. Page 168. We're up to 1, 3, 4 further. Roger de Cavalry. Skyboat Song. Oh, got a few more still to go. Squirrel. Stack of Barley. Staines Morris.
Whoa.
Staten Island. Steamboat. Stool of Repentance. Stop the Cavalry. Otherwise known as the Stockport Polka or Rubber Dub, apparently. Etc. Right, we'll try it a bit slower than that and see how things. So, introduction of last 4 bars of A part. So quite a lot of notes, but well-behaved ones generally. They go where you'd expect. So same again a little bit faster. more. So I'm just going to stop just to see whether there's other people still with me. Yes, there are. No, not everybody's left. Oh, Dean's joined us. Right. So we've got one more on this set of four-legged friends. So if I go back to the music, which isn't in my tune book. It might be in the future, but it's I lost it. John had produced music for this last time. Last time, I don't know. Anyway, I've reset it to fit the page a bit better, and also to. I'm just looking at something a minute. What's it called? Four-legged friend. Four-legged friend. So John's original one looked like this. It was a bit complicated, I felt, dal segno al fine, and you had to go back to one note into the tune. So I've stripped out the leading rests, stripped out the sign, and just made it go to be a da capo, so go back to the beginning. So this one, like the other one we looked at, finishes with a fine there. So this one just has no internal repeats. It goes all the way through and it finishes in the middle. That's the tune. So how do we... I suppose we could... Right, you're going to get the last 4 bars and a note. And obviously you don't play the final note if you're fineing just before it there. Right, it's quite a nice tune, isn't it? Jack Brooks, 1952. Oh, that's possibly why it's not in the tune book. I'd have to ask him for permission. Should we try it again a bit faster? I feel it should go somewhat faster than that. Last 4 bars. So, John, was that as you anticipated it? He's just going to unmute himself.
It was indeed, and about singing. It's a song from the heyday of the cowboy films.
Westerns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it sounds it. Do you know whether Jack Brooks is still alive?
I would think it very unlikely.
Well, I don't know. He's only a year older than me.
Whoa.
Oh,
Well,
no, sorry. That's date of composition,
yeah,
isn't
date
it?
of
Not
writing it. So,
yeah, so he's probably 20 years older than me, yes.
He'd be well in his 90s, I think.
Yes, it would be, yeah. Sorry. No, I was looking at that as his date of birth, and it isn't. It's the date of composition. Right, shall we? It's a nice tune. Shall we do it once more at about the same speed? Finish off with a chord of G, and that's now in the Chiltinas tune book. Things there. Right, how's time? 20 minutes yet, nearly. So we go back to parts tunes. Let me just see who's still here. A few people have. Most people have stuck with us. So Rowan Tree Hill. Rowan Tree Hill and Rothbury Hills are a pair, aren't they, really? Rowan Tree Hill. So this is both Rowan Tree Hill and Rothbury Hills were written by Jack Armstrong, who died in '78. This is actually a setting from Derek Hobbs's Piper's Tune book. So it's somewhat of a copyright infringement, so don't go passing it round. I keep intending to contact Derek Hobbs and ask for permission to use a couple of his settings. That might trigger me to actually do it. Right, so the tune goes. So you have to watch out for this sort of the Scottish snaps, the things that start with a quaver, which is usually actually played almost as a grace note, but even shorter than a quaver probably. And then in the next bar here, we do actually have a couple, a couple of grace notes ahead of that G, and there's a few of it. Right, okay, so let's I'll play the black notes. Let's everybody play the black notes to start. No repeats. No, we said that. I'm actually just as the intro. For an intro, I'm going to play the last 4 bars of the second system, the thing leading up to the double bar line, because it just acts, I think, a bit better as an intro, more like the first part. So. Yes, it's a nice tune, certainly. And the musical things to think about of the snaps, etc. Remember that at the beginning of the third system, there's that triplet, three notes in the time of two. So that's basically three notes, each of which is a third of a crotchet long. The tendency always is to rush those. You've got more time than you think for them. They're not semiquavers. They're long. They're shorter than quavers, but not by very much. Right. This could be interesting because I haven't practiced this much. I'm going to try playing the red notes. In fact, should we all try playing the red notes so I can't hear you? So, if you want, you could play the black. Right, well, shall I do? Yeah, right, so you're going to get the same intro, the last 4 bars of the second system up to the double bar, plus a plus a couple of quavers. Excuse me. Oh, no, let's try that again. No, what am I doing? Oh, I've now gone up to the black notes, right? We'll try again, and this time I'm going to continue playing the red notes. Yes, I'm not quite right, that was, but near enough, I think. I'll do it again. And then you can ideally play along with the red notes, and we'll see what happens. I'll do that once more. Right, so I'll do that. This time I'm going to play the whole thing through twice, playing the red notes first and then playing the black notes, and you do the opposite. So you're starting on the top line and then going to the bottom line. just stop everybody for a minute. Did that work generally? Yes, people are saying it seemed to. Now, what have we got in the way of recordings of this? What is it? Rowan Tree Hill. Rowan Tree Hill parts. I have one that says. It's a bit quiet. I should probably have loudified it. Right, let's give it a try anyway. You may need to turn your computer volumes up here because some of the things that John produces, which this is one I think, tend to be a bit on the quiet side. So I normally run them through Audacity and amplify them, and I didn't to this. If it doesn't work, I could do it quickly, but anyway, let's give it a try. Right. It's going there. Participants going to have to go somewhere else. There. Okay, no bother. So I'm just having difficulty getting space on my screen for the things I need. Oh, go away. Right. Right, so I'm just going to hit play, and I'm not sure what happens. We'll find out. So, could people hear that, or was it too quiet? It was a bit dubious, wasn't it? Hold on a minute. Let's see if I can just very rapidly. I'll do a bit of on the fly. Open with. You won't see this happening, hopefully. Or open with Audacity. Free sound editor.
It's a lovely tune, Paul. I like it.
It is, yes.
Yeah, and the second part is reasonably easy as well, which fits well.
Yeah. Right. So, oh yes, it's very. Yes. Audacity thinks it's 20 decibels, 22 decibels low. So I'm going to give it a real oomph. So let's amplify that. Right. So everybody keep quiet for a minute while I save this. Otherwise, what you're talking may well end up in the. Right. Let's have another try then. So we need to get rid of that. Pull this one up. Well, that seems a lot louder, doesn't it? Well, you're not hearing it properly yet. Right, so you may need to turn your loudspeakers back down again if you turn them up. So we want Tree Hill and Groove Music. Right, so that needs to move a bit over there. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Was that better? Yes.
It was louder.
It was louder, yeah. Yeah, but if you're trying to play along with it, I think you need it louder. Right, I'm going to unmute everybody, which may cause chaos. So you're all unmuted.
We'll find out what we've been up to.
Yeah. Well, usually at this point, I find that somebody's got the radio on listening to the Archers or something.
Oh dear.
Right. So it's 4 o'clock.
Oh,
How about that for timing?
wow.
30
Brilliant.
seconds late. So I don't think we need to go on to our reserve tunes and things. So, John, what about administration matters?
What we need to decide, sorry about the echo, I'll use my laptop next time, is what we're doing in terms of Zoom-only sessions next year, whether you're happy to continue them.
Okay.
And if so, I see that the West Country players have got